everyone, welcome back to Fitness Tested. I'm Lindsay, and today I'm reviewing the new Saucony Ride 18. The new Saucony Ride 18 is a little bit different than the 17. They've taken that Power Run Plus foam and just re-engineered it a little bit, so you get a really, really nice squishy feel underfoot. They've also changed the liner, so it's going to have a full line of Power Run Plus. So that liner is nice and squishy, a little thicker in the heel than before. So just really gives you a nice landing, which I think is an improvement from previous models and what you see in sort of the market in terms of the liners that come in the shoes. So some other updates that they made with this model is just an improvement on that mesh upper. So they've re-engineered that. It has a little bit better durability. I think it breathes a little bit better, but it is going to be multi-layer. So you get that breathability, but when you're in the cold, it's definitely not going to feel like you're just getting frozen toes. So I really like that mesh that they have on this version. One of the really interesting changes that they've made to the 18 is adding a third eyelet hole. So typically we'll see the two up in here, but they've actually added a third one sort of up in front. So one of the really neat things about this is if you have a higher instep or a little bit more aggressive arch that pulls up into your ankle area, then that will give you that versatility to loosen this lacing and give a little bit more wiggle room for that kind of upper part of your foot and into the ankle. So I think that's a pretty neat improvement. Not something we've really seen on the market, so I'm curious to get people's feedback on that. But a couple other specs. This is going to be an 8mm heel-to-toe drop, so staying pretty consistent with what we see from Saucony. One of the really interesting things about the version 18 is that they have removed some of the heat lays for the rubber, but they've added durability. So they've changed some of the rubbers that they've used in the bottom, and I think that will improve the longevity and life cycle of the shoe. But one of the really cool things is it's now an ounce lighter. So somehow they've added this change in the rubber, but they've made it lighter weight, which I think is a really great improvement. We're obviously seeing lightweight shoes just skyrocketing on the market right now. So I think Saucony's on trend and on point with reducing that weight down to that 8 to 9 ounces, which is super light for this nice neutral kind of mid-cushion shoe. This pair is the one that I've had for just under a month now, and I've done a little bit of running in it, done some walking in it. I really love this colorway. I would say one of the really neat things about this version 18 is some of the colorways they're offering. You're getting a lot of really cool earthy tones, lots of neutrals that are great for everyday wear. So I think that's going to be a great improvement. Obviously, seeing touches of gold is super fun. I love metallics and giving that little higher end feel. So if I do want to wear it with jeans or out and about, I don't feel like I'm wearing a running shoe, but it just has a little bit nicer aesthetic to it. So I would say running, one of the things that I felt was just, it's definitely more of a firm landing. So you get a really nice squish in the heel, but in the toe off, I felt like it was a little bit more firm. Definitely wasn't getting that sort of soft and plush that you might get from a max cushion shoe like the Triumph. So I think it's great if you like to sort of feel a little bit more grounded underfoot. But if you're looking for that really soft, cushy feel, this is probably not what you're looking for in terms of running. Now, to contrast that, I've worn it a lot for walking. I've actually been wearing it all day today again, and I wore it for 3 days straight on my feet. So I would say that it is a really nice feel underfoot when you're walking around, standing on your feet a lot. One of the things that I really like is with the new engineered mesh that they have on version 18, I have a little bit more square shaped foot. So typically I like a wider toe box, and in the past, Saucony hasn't always fit that super great for me. So I would say that this has a little bit more give to it, so that when I'm walking around, I'm moving, I'm on my feet for a long period of time, I'm not getting that sort of pressure in the areas where you can sometimes feel that with a little bit wider foot. So I do think it's a little more versatile in the fit, which I think is a great improvement. I would also say walking around, I really did notice some cushioning in the heel. There's a little bit more comfort, if I'm on different surfaces. So walking upstairs, downstairs, carpet versus concrete, I really noticed that the way that the heel was locked in with some of that padding was actually really comfortable on my Achilles. So I really liked that. The laces are that really soft, like stretchy material. So I've not had issues with them untying, even if I've just single knotted, which is what I typically do. So that's been really nice. I've kept mine laced in that middle eyelet, which has been really comfortable for me. But I would see maybe like after a really long day, I might switch into the front eyelet because I do think that would be comfortable, especially like after a Chinese meal or something where I'm a little bit more swollen. I think that might add just a little bit more comfort for me. But overall, I would say it's a little bit more on the firm side, but it's definitely a hair softer than the 17 was. So I would put it comparable to Ghost, some of the other like mid-level cushion shoes. But again, if you're looking for high cushion, especially if you're using it for running, then I would probably go more towards a Triumph for a little bit more cushion. I really like this version. I think it's probably my favorite version of the Ride so far. So I'm really excited to see how long I can run in it and wear it, because they do say the durability has improved vastly. So I do think it'll be interesting to see what kind of mileage I can get out of this bad boy. The Saucony Ride 18 launches on January 1st. It's going to be a $140 price point, so in a really friendly spot in terms of what is currently out on the market. We're seeing a lot of shoes averaging around $150, $160, so I love that this is just a little under that average. But overall, I would say the Ride 18 is a great option for everyday wear. Color aesthetics are beautiful for dressing up or dressing down. And overall, it's a great improvement on the 17. A little more cushion. That Power Run Plus is awesome, super comfortable. And that mesh upper is just much more friendly for your less average foot shape. So I'm really pumped about this. So you can find this online at shop.fitnessports.com or visit us at any of our 6 locations to get fitted. Again, it's not available till January 1st, so be sure to stop in. And make sure you like and subscribe if you want more awesome content like this. I'm Lindsey, and you've been watching Fitness Tested.